Good evening, everyone. So tonight we're actually going to do a tarot spread for heart clarity in your relationships. Last night we did Love Seekers by Zodiac. If you want to check it out, definitely hit the link above for you love seekers, because definitely willing to check out and see, are you going to find love by the spring equinox? And how can you make it a little bit easier to find? Tonight, though, is for our couples. We're going to take a look at a spread that is made by yours truly on what you can do for your relationship. It's not a spread I do too often, but it is always one that I keep on hand. But we're going to check and see what you can do for your relationship, the energy of your relationship, what you can do for yourself to improve your relationship, and most importantly, what you can do for your partner. Because, hey, partnerships are all about being able to give, right? So we're actually going to be doing this by element. So if you're not sure, if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you're going to be looking at the earth signs. If you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, air. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, water. And for our Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fire. Now you can look at this for your sun sign, or I also recommend by your sun, moon, and rising sign, because let's face it, if you know anything about astrology, sun sign is almost like your stem cells. It's one tiny, tiny little part of you. But without further ado, let's get started with our earth signs and see what we got. All right, so for our earth signs, we definitely have a bit of a story going on here. So the current energy of your relationship is actually pretty awesome right now. You guys are reaching goals, making things happen, and things look pretty darn great. A plus to you earth signs, you Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. Now, what it needs is, we've got a sideways nine of swords. So that definitely tells me that there's a lot of internal and external stressors right now. That while things are definitely pretty awesome, you definitely want to address these stressors, because they're keeping you both up at night and making you both go, how can we make things continue as they are? What kind of craziness is going to come next? And honestly, how are we going to handle it? But all hope's not lost, because what you can do for yourself in this relationship to keep things absolutely fabulous and deal with these fears right here is, we've got a sideways hangman. This is telling me that you need to look both at your personal perspective and your partner's perspective on how to get through this slightly rocky patch. Definitely, obviously, like I said, things look awesome, but with these fears right here, you need to look at both yours and your partner's perspectives, because both are valid and both can be meshed together. And what you can do for your partner is celebrate the wins that you guys have definitely both been making. You guys have been making things happen while still remembering to keep the responsibilities of your relationship in perspective. So celebrate those wins. Go for a date night soon. You both are probably well overdue. And the mentality that you can give your partner is showing them that you are a leader, that you are willing to listen, and that you're willing to keep on going with that communication. Because, hey, you've got it down pat. So for our earth signs, my goodness, I could not ask for a better reading for you guys. But next up is our air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquariuses, buckle up. Well, in true air fashion, you guys are definitely little chatterboxes, ain't ya? For our Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses, it definitely looks like you got some things going on that you need to talk about. Because the energy of your relationship is, there is a lot of internal conflict. Quite literally, it seems like the two of you just are not communicating with each other at all. And unfortunately, what you guys need to do is address these quite literally heavy disruptions between yourselves and the people close to you, because it is causing all kinds of mayhem and making things just not work as good as they could be. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of picking up a lot of insecurity vibes here. The thing that you can do for yourself is look at all these external fears that are putting you in a box that you are afraid to make a move on. And really, what you can do for your partner is slow your roll and have those difficult conversations. Like I said, I'm picking up a lot of insecurity vibes that are making me think that it might be time to have that difficult conversation with your partner about what you're thinking, what's going on in your head, so that this quiet battle, for lack of a better way to describe it, can stop. Because, yeah, you guys are way overdue for making things stop being so dang bumpy. Hopefully things look a little prettier for our water signs, because you guys are up next. All right, my water babies. These are my Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces people. I gotta say, you got a lot of court cards going on here. So the energy of your relationship right now is, while not super romantic, I have to say it. The fact that you guys can depend on it and know that it's going to be there and that you can lean on it, beautiful. I don't see that nearly often enough. But what it needs is, as surprising as it is, you guys need to start really making your voices a little louder with each other. This reverse King of Wands, usually when I see it, it pops out as a tyrannical jerk that doesn't listen to anybody's ideas. But it seems like in this case, you guys are having that issue. You guys need to make yourselves heard with the other person. Because while you guys know that you can depend on the other one to jump in whenever, you're not listening to each other. Now, what you can do for yourself is start taking their opinions and ideas just a little bit more in consideration, because you're making choices. And while it's great that you are making sure that the relationship is stable and beautiful, love it, you need to take their opinions just a little bit more in consideration and let them make a choice now and again. I love that you're such a leader in it, but sometimes, listening to the other guy isn't the worst plan. And what you can do for your partner is, while you're going to need to definitely recognize their faults and some of their setbacks as far as in their careers or opportunities that they're blocking for themselves, also take into consideration that they are a beautifully ethical person. They have the drive and they want to do things the right way. Give them a little recognition for it, but don't let them entirely off the hook on opportunities that they're banning from themselves. They might need your little bitty push to make sure that they're pushing their momentum and their ethical selves. And while this is beautiful, they need to start pushing in the right direction. Remember, be gentle. Water can be a beautiful storm at sea, but it still needs to be occasionally a quiet stream. Fire guys, last but absolutely not least, you're up next. And I thought our air people were chatty. Fire people, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius folk. Wow. So your current energy for your relationship has definitely a lot of things going on here. It looks like you're comfortable and hitting a new chapter in the relationship, but not necessarily a new chapter in the best mindset here. One or both of you are full-blown control freaks and not quite letting your emotions out. And wow, that's all I gotta say about that is wow. Now, what your relationship needs is, it looks like you guys need to start healing and slowing your roll. I don't know what kind of pain that your relationship has gone through, but it definitely needs to slow down its fiery rampage and start that healing process, because it looks like it could be a good relationship. You guys are comfortable with each other, hitting new chapters. It looks great. But whatever has been going on to cause that lack of emotion, that lack of loving feeling anymore, it definitely needs to be addressed, and carefully. Now, my dear Leos, Aries, and Sagittarians, what you can do for the relationship is work on those boundaries. Drop a few and raise a few more in where it's actually necessary. I would reassess how much you're giving to the relationship and how much you're taking. And what you can do for your partner is, we've got a reverse star card. So typically that tells me that, things are not seeing the bright light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe it's time to have that conversation with your partner about what's making you sad, what's making you hurt. Have that not so comfortable conversation where you might just not be happy in the relationship, and work together to see how you can't make it better. Because even ugly honesty does actually need to happen in any relationship. So slow the fiery rampage of making things absolutely perfect. Start healing and have that conversation. It might do more good than you think. Well, I know that all those readings weren't exactly pretty, but tell me a relationship that doesn't have a few sticky points that need to be talked to and looked at by both of you. I mean, really. Now, if any of you would like a deeper reading or even a full relationship check-in, specifically for you and your partner, definitely get a hold of me through either the scheduler link in the description, or hit me up in a DM on Facebook or Instagram to get set up with a time. I do offer virtual and in-person readings pending on your locale. And if any of you would like to actually have a copy of that tarot spread for yourself to give a shot, I will have it in my Shopify store. You can actually check that out in the description as well. I don't have it in there now, but the PDF will be available for sale, I would definitely say, before Valentine's Day. And speaking of Valentine's Day, starting next week, for all of my couples readings, I do have a special going on. Typically, my half-hour readings are $40 for 30 minutes. For couples readings, as my Valentine's Day gift to you guys, from Monday until the 13th, I'll be offering all couples readings for $20 for half an hour. That's for a relationship check-in. This could be if you are trying to patch things up, trying to be your better self for your partner, whatever the couples reading is. It'll be $20 for half an hour. But until next time, have a fabulous weekend, guys. I do hope that it does help to know where your energy is and what your relationship needs and what you can do for it. And I will see all of you tomorrow, if I don't see you for a personal reading, for a self-care card and a couple of tips and tricks on squeezing in self-care for a little extra during the day. Have a great night.